Good morning. Thank you, Yanis. It's a great pleasure to be here in your country. It's my first time, and I'm really impressed. I know you for a long time, but I'm really interesting to come back again. I'm here to try to do a very difficult thing. It's to try to look forward, to look to 2020. I'm not the president of the European Tooling Platform. Is Mr. Menezes, is the chairman. He could not attend for the first time this forum. So this complicated my task here. Anyway, I work for the tooling sector for a long time. And I have the chance to visit different countries, to contact with the tool makers. And I consider very interesting that you all are here reflecting on the future of this crucial sector. I'll try to present some pictures. In fact, even with my glasses, I cannot see the future. So it's so small that it's very difficult to see, and everything is changing very fast. And even though we consider that the Panama Canal is opening 3 times next year, and the things will come to Europe faster, 1 week faster, no one knows what will happen. So this means that we should be aware and prepared. And the only way to be prepared is to cooperate together, to join our efforts, because tooling is composed by SMEs mostly. So it's the only way is companies joining efforts to be in the global market. It's important that this forum has a story already. And it's important to continue these efforts, because if we don't join together the different countries and show our capacity and the importance of our industry near our ministers, near our Commission, near the countries, it will be harder for us to get the money, to get the needs that we want and we need to survive and to implement our industry. So we start this in Lisbon, 2007. And I heard today already a lot of things that in this first edition we heard. So things are moving, but in fact in Europe sometimes things are not moving so fast as we wish. And this means that when we look around in the global, we see that everybody is thinking in 2020. I don't know why. It's strange. I've been in India, in the United States, in Brazil. Everybody is talking about 2020. And this is incredible because they are very much focused in the same lines as people said here today. And these are the main lines, the main drivers. Everybody is fighting for the same. Competing, exporting. The United States wants to double the exportation. Attract investments, creating jobs. Well, this is development. Everybody wants to be developed. And this is important because we need to show to our ministers, to our politicians, that we had a strategy and we have to fight for it, because the others are running also very fast, faster than ourselves. And this is really interesting because when we look to the new world megatrends, this is amazing. We can see India fighting for this demographic problem. And we look to Europe, and we are looking to aging problem. So this is complex for the industry. And then we look to the opportunities for the accelerated urbanization, for the purchasing power. Everybody wants to buy things. Everybody wants to buy things, to buy products. We need to have food. We need to have food for a long time, to package it, to use it, and tooling is there. And we need to save the global because the water is crucial. In India, we cannot go swimming in the sea because very polluted. So it's amazing how we are working on it. And when we feel this, in fact, we see that there are a lot of things to do, and each of us has a work to do. And then we look to the trends. This is a forecast for a recognized organization. And look, the countries that are rising, they predict that it is rising, are countries that everybody knows already for a long time. And we are not, I hear sometimes that China is our competitors. It's not. It's not. We are in another level. And so, but they are running very fast. And so we need to run faster, because the gaps can be catch very, 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 very fast. So we need to look to these, because in these countries there are opportunities for us, for the companies. It's not just our country. And when we look to the manufacturing in the different areas in the globe in the last years, we can say that manufacturing is decreasing. This is amazing. And when we look to the Eurozone, comparing with other countries, look, we are sleeping. The other guys are waking up. So what are we doing? We need to move faster. So this is really, really interesting to show, and this should be shown to our government, because companies are doing their job. Companies are doing their job. But the system, the economy, are not performing well as we wish. And when you look to this is data from last year evolution. And so if we consider that tooling is in this side, tooling is in fact the only sector that is performing at least reasonable. At least reasonable. And it's important, we heard here today, that Europe has a strategy. This is good. And there are a lot of people, a lot of countries working on it for a long time. We are discussing strategy. Strategy should be our focus, but it's not the most important thing. It's important to have a vision, to have a way to go. But then we have to organize ourselves to match this focus. And the Europe defined also flagships. Flagships are movements, are actions to achieve those goals. And look, because one of them is industrial policy for the globalization area. So industry is in the center of the discussions. But sometimes is in the center of the discussions, but does not work. Why? Why? Why we are taking so long to put our industry pushing the economy? This is really what we need to understand. And nowadays, for the 2020, we have to define at the European level, at the national level, and at the regional level, the smart specialization areas. So we need to define the areas in which we want to make research, because it's a strategic area for our country. So tooling should be there in all regions. You should be aware of this and go to your ministers, to your regions, and fight to have funds, because the European Commission will put funds also for the regional level for these activities. And it's interesting when we look to the factors of the future, 2020, we are talking about a sustainability, economic, social, environmental, but also for new products, for the products of the future, for the industry of the future. And has been already presented, and look, advanced manufacturing processes is one of the key enabling technologies defined by the European Commission. So tooling is there. I remember the first time we talked with the European Commission about tooling, they look to us and say, what is tooling? I know what is planes, what is cars, but tooling, we don't know what is tooling. And so we have to go to explain them the importance of the tooling, because tooling is in the critical part of product development. And this is important because there is no products without tools. And so we can say that nowadays there is already recognition that the tooling is an infrastructural activity for the economy. This is multidisciplinarity. So more and more we need skilled people, universities, research centers working with companies to solve the problems of the market, to answer to the client's requirements. And so this is really important because this has a multi-sectorial impact. And we can travel around the world and you can see everybody is trying to serve these markets. Aeronautics, automotive, medical, clean tech, mobility, energy and environment. Everybody wants to work on these fields. Everybody. But then we need to have technologies. And this is a great importance for us because each company should focus in their specific areas to achieve their goals, to answer to the market, to answer to the clients. And then we need to be focused on this. Tooling is capital and knowledge intensive. Aging is a problem in Europe. Salary is a problem in Europe. But our industry is capital intensive. So we need to produce more with less human resources, but more skilled people. And so we have to combine. We have to combine, and we have to go faster, to invest a lot. We need resources, because this is a technological industry. And then we can answer to the different approaches of the different markets. In India, I have this slide from them. 1 month ago, I had in a conference in Mumbai. And they present these figures, and I said, wow, this is great. Because here we can see mass production. We can see how our tools can serve. This is an opportunity for the tool makers in Europe also to present their capacities. Because Indians, they don't want to have bad products. And sometimes they buy bad tools in Asia. And they are not satisfied. They are not pleased. And so they want to cooperate with us and use our skills, our tools, to have good products. But then we have to look forward. 2020 is this. Is to look to the new areas, to look to the new materials. We need to understand how to do tools to use carbon materials, to use composites, to use microtechnologies, to use LED technologies, to use printing electronics. So this is the real thing. And most of the companies are preparing themselves to go to these markets, and this is important. So we need to serve both traditional markets and also future areas. And the European Tooling Platform has been one of the sub-platforms for manufacture that has been talked. In 2008, the European Commission said, well, tooling is important. So this is important to have a platform in Europe, gathering the people, the research centers, the companies, to work together and say to us, what are your needs? And so we are working on this. And so we have a link to Horizon 2020. And so we have activities on the daily work, working with the European Commission, with our politicians in different countries, and to try to involve the community of ISTMA to support the European Commission with our needs. And we provide this survey to try to understand which were the areas where tooling companies want to be involved in the next years. And this is really important for us. I consider this photo one of the most important areas, because companies need to focus and to understand the skills they have to develop. And so you can say that in the short term, you can say till 3 years, the next 3 years, companies want to be involved in coatings, rapid manufacturing, small batches production, considering research. But for the medium term, in the next 5 to 7 years, companies in Europe want to be involved in micro technologies, want to be involved in advanced automation production cells, innovative materials, nanotechnologies, using it, and structural composite parts. So this is important because now we have to use these and discuss together in Europe. Inside of each of these items, what are the needs, the real needs? And to propose to the European Commission that can open new calls, new research activities. And I heard here today that it's very difficult for companies to participate. I know that. I work for a research center in Portugal for a long time, and I know that it's very difficult to make companies, SMEs, this is not their business to make research, and this is not their business. But they have to work together with the research centers, with the associations, to try to use these funds that the European Commission is putting available for us. And we have to fight to have special calls for tooling to cope these needs of the companies. This is a crucial thing that we have to do. And we know that in Horizon 2020, which is the next framework program, the calls will be transversal, will be not sectorial. And so we need to make an approach with other platforms. And we did already with MINAM to define the calls, the topics for research in the micro and nanotechnologies. And we are doing the same approach for the other sub-platforms. And so this is the main work that we have been doing for the last 2 years. And so it's important to be present, to assist the Commission with information that comes from the companies. And we organize these kind of events like you have this week here. We have organized also in Portugal, in Spain, in France. I just brought this one because after this event, we could present 15 proposals for tooling projects in the European Commission with our countries, the countries that participate in the event. And the next big event is in Germany in October. I think it's one of the most important event also to participate. Sometimes it's important to be there, to learn, to understand, to identify partners, to start new business. So these events are important for these kind of things. And to finalize my presentation, I just want to present you the new generation of programs that the European Commission is organizing, which is the integration of clusters in Europe. So there is a movement in Europe to integrate clusters, and then the European Commission create a program that wants to implement in the next years similar activities, which integrate complementary clusters to go to countries outside of Europe, to look for opportunities. And we are working on this WinTech, involve different countries, from Germany, Spain, France, Portugal, United Kingdom, and Austria. And so the different countries are in line with the tooling and plastic sector, since the chemics to the products. Okay, and so we organized together, representing more than 2,000 SMEs, 300 research centers and universities, and we defined a focus, the clean tech area. And so we try to understand which would be the most important thing for us, which were the areas that we are integrating. And so we have the application market and the technology areas, and so we can match these and present ourselves in these countries as solutions providers. And we choose these countries, Japan, India, Brazil, and the United States. We establish contacts there, and we visit them to present the capacities of our clusters to support, to promote exports, to change students, to change professors between universities and so on. And so we want to create, the first step is to create a memorandum of understanding in each country of this with all the clusters, and then to bring the companies. Each country will bring a mission to these countries, to a specific area, to a specific target, and we are putting the universities working together. So this is a way to explore the opportunities that we saw in my previous slides from the growing of United States, from Brazil, from India. So, and if this goes well, the European Commission will open this till 2020 for other kind of projects. So this is just a quick and fast presentation because, you know, when we work in this sector, we feel it in the veins. And so it's important to guarantee that tooling will continue to succeed in Europe. Thank you very much.